Every year, BMW publishes exactly how many vehicles it delivered worldwide, broken down model by model, and the 2025 numbers tell a clear story about where the brand actually makes its money and where demand is shifting. None of what follows is estimation. Every figure comes directly from the BMW Group's own reported full-year results and its official annual report. Let's walk through exactly what sold, what grew, and what quietly declined. Start with the top line. The BMW Group as a whole, which includes the BMW brand, Mini, and Rolls-Royce, delivered a total of 2,463,715 vehicles to customers in 2025, an increase of about 0.5% over the previous year. That is an essentially flat result on paper, but the flat headline number hides some real movement underneath it. The BMW brand on its own delivered 2,169,761 vehicles, which was actually down 1.4% year-on-year. The reason the group total still grew slightly comes down to Mini and the BMW M Performance division, both of which had standout years that offset the BMW brand's dip. Now let's get into the actual bestsellers, because this is where the real story lives. The single best-selling model family in the BMW lineup worldwide in 2025 was the 3 Series, combined with its coupe sibling the 4 Series. Together, that family delivered 477,180 vehicles, representing 22% of everything BMW sold globally. That is by far the largest single share of any model family BMW offers, even though that number was actually down about 8% compared to 2024, largely because buyers are already anticipating a completely redesigned 3 Series arriving in 2026 and are waiting for it. Right behind the 3 Series, in second place overall and the top-selling SUV globally, is the X1 paired with its coupe-styled sibling the X2. That compact SUV family delivered 436,769 vehicles, good for just over 20% of BMW's total global volume, and it grew nearly 6% year-on-year. The X1 specifically was also reported as the single best-selling BMW model in Germany in 2025, BMW home market. In third place is the X3, together with the X4, which delivered 321,186 vehicles, representing almost 15% of total volume. That model line actually declined by just over 13% compared to the year before, and BMW's own reporting attributes that drop specifically to buyers holding off ahead of an updated X3 arriving in 2026, the same pattern playing out with the 3 Series. The standout growth story of the entire lineup was the 5 Series, combined with the 6 Series. That family delivered 299,582 vehicles, up 19.5%, close to a fifth of growth in a single year, driven directly by the rollout of the updated 5 Series generation. BMW's own annual conference reporting specifically called out the 5 Series as one of the 2 main growth drivers for the entire company in 2025, with the compact X2 cited as the other, which climbed 33% on its own. The X5 and X6 together delivered 256,941 vehicles, representing just under 12% of total volume, though that was down about 7% from the prior year. The 1 Series and 2 Series combined delivered 214,175 vehicles, up 8%, making it one of the more solid performers in the compact end of the lineup. Further down the list, the flagship 7 Series and 8 Series combined delivered 53,399 vehicles, a small slice of total volume at about 2.5% and down 5.5% year-on-year. The X7 large SUV added 58,089 deliveries, essentially flat. The Z4 Roadster, now in its final edition before discontinuation, delivered 9,744 units, down 7%, a fitting quiet exit for a model reaching the end of its production life. And 2 BMW models that have effectively already left the market, the i3 and the i8, combined for only 11 total units sold worldwide in all of 2025, down nearly 70% from an already tiny base the year before. Now for electrification, which is one of the more nuanced parts of this data set. Fully electric BMW models accounted for 335,528 units, representing about 15.5% of the brand's total sales, and that figure was actually down almost 9% compared to 2024. Plug-in hybrids told the opposite story, growing nearly 22% to reach 199,883 units, or about 9% of total sales. Combined electrified vehicles across the whole BMW group, including plug-in hybrids and full electrics, reached 642,087 units, up 8.3%, representing 26% of everything the BMW Group sold worldwide. In Europe specifically, fully electric BMW sales grew by more than 28%, showing the electric shift is landing very differently region by region. That regional split matters enormously to this whole picture. BMW sales in China fell 12.5% in 2025, a meaningful decline in what has historically been one of the brand's largest markets. That decline was offset by growth of 7.3% in Europe and 5.6% in the Americas, which is the specific combination that kept the overall group number essentially flat instead of falling. Two smaller parts of the BMW Group had genuinely record-breaking years. BMW M GmbH, the brand's high-performance division, delivered 213,457 vehicles, an all-time sales record for the 14th consecutive year in a row, up 3.3%. For the first time ever, 1 out of every 10 BMWs delivered globally was an M model. Reporting on which specific M model led that division varies slightly depending on the source, with some official BMW reporting pointing to the M2 Coupe and the M3 family as the best-selling M models, while other sales trackers identify the X3 M50 as the single highest volume M-badged model globally. Either way, the message is the same. Performance variants are no longer a niche side business for BMW. They are a meaningful and growing share of total deliveries. Mini, the other major brand under the BMW Group umbrella, delivered 288,290 vehicles in 2025, up an impressive 17.7%, with the Countryman as its single best-selling model. More than 1 in 3 Minis delivered that year had a fully electric drivetrain, and the brand celebrated delivering its 100,000th fully electric Mini during the year. Rolls-Royce BMW ultra-luxury brand is a much smaller piece of the puzzle by volume, but still worth noting. It delivered 5,664 vehicles in 2025, down slightly at just under 1%, with the Cullinan SUV as its best-selling model and the fully electric Spectre also cited as one of its most requested vehicles. Put all of this together, and the 2025 delivery data tells a fairly clear story. The 3 Series and the X1 remain BMW's 2 biggest volume pillars by a wide margin, together accounting for well over 40% of everything the brand sells worldwide. Growth is coming disproportionately from the newest hardware, the refreshed 5 Series and the X2, while models awaiting a redesign, like the 3 Series and X3, are seeing buyers wait rather than walk away. Performance variants under the M badge and the Mini brand are both growing faster than the core BMW lineup itself, and the geographic center of gravity is shifting, with China pulling back while Europe and the Americas pick up the slack. None of this is speculation about where BMW is headed. It is simply what the company's own reported numbers for the year that already happened show.